guys, this is Terry, or should I say Natural Juan, right here for another unscripted video. So this time around we're going to go over an introduction to Age of Wonders 3 Eternal Lords. In this particular video, I'm going to go over character creation, how you create your leaders for your game. The actual gameplay will be reserved for another video, so for now we're just gonna go with the introductions. So here, I'm gonna teach you all about how you create leaders for your faction for a game. Leaders, see, Age of Wonders 3, for those who aren't familiar with this genre of game, is a lot like chess, but a bit more complicated than that. It's a little deeper than that. So your leader is like your king. If your leader is killed and their capital city, yes, you have capital cities in this game, if their capital city is destroyed and they are killed, you automatically lose the game. So it's very important to keep your leader alive along with your capital city. So okay, let's begin. Anyway, special shout out to Mr. Jonathan Green, my patron in Patreon, and if you would like to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's start making leaders. Music's a bit too loud. I'm gonna turn it down a bit, guys, but I'm not gonna turn it all the way down. Alright, okay, we're ready. Now I'll teach you all about how to make leaders. So we'll customize, make a new one. See, this is the base character, but say I don't want to play as him. So for our first type of leader, I will make a human theocrat. Humans in this game are more like your humans of medieval Europe. Like they got castles and knights and all that. So yeah, he's already human, he's already male, he's got what we need, but I gotta turn him into a theocrat. Now the theocrat is the kind of leader that focuses on religion. They can command things like angels. Of course in this game they're called exalted, and they're actually more like saints than angels. They're just people with wings, but at the same time you actually have actual angel units like your cherub or your guardian angel, which are these big female angels that heal people on the battleground. You also got the fallen angel, which is more or less a demon, and I think, what do they call that again? The gray guardian, which is this gray angel that's more or less well, they're good, but they're kind of neutral. Like they don't attack unless you attack them. But anyway, that's beyond the point. The theocrat is a religious leader, and their power revolves around using the power of the heavens to smite their enemies, to just send like maybe a thunderbolt that'll blast their enemies apart. Yes, and like I said, they also summon angels. And I'm gonna make him an adept of air. These specializations are the magic types that are available for the character, and this is what I'm giving him. The air allows him to control the air and summon air elementals, and even summon, the winds of winter that'll freeze things. I'll also add the creation ability so that they're better at healing. The next part is I gotta make him look different. So hold on. You can randomize their appearance. Ooh, that looks ugly. You can change them into just about any other look. Let's see if we can get something here that's agreeable to us. Okay, this more or less does it. But okay, see the customization options that are available here. Well, first let's make him look a little better, shall we? You can change his head shape here, make him fat, make him skinny, change the skin texture. You can change his skin color, I guess his ethnicity, you'd call it. Like make him like a black dude, maybe something more Asian. I can see his burn scar here. You can actually replace that with something else like an eye, like this eye tattoo here. That's pretty cool. A big scar reminds me of Samurai X. See lots of scars. War paint, facial war paint that's available. Makeup. Look at that Maui looking tattoo there. That's pretty cool. But skull-like, like his face is stitched together. You got all these kinds of designs for customizing the character. A lot of people say that this game is more like a traditional RPG than a a grand strategy game, and it's true. You'll see that there's a lot of customization there. We can just give him that instead. You can change his hair, make him bald, give him a kooky hairdo. Yeah, he's bald, like receding hairline like that. Give him just about any kind. Yeah, witch hunter hat. I think I'll keep the old ones. Eyebrows, I'm pretty content with that. The hair color, yeah, we can give him like white hair, blonde, brown haired. Now let's take off his facial hair. Ooh, thick beards. But yeah, you can change his beard to just about anything you want it to. Thing is, he's already got this 5 o'clock shadow here, so I'm not gonna change anything. And we can change his eyes, of course. Make him look more human. You can make him more cat-like too. It depends on you, on what you think is best. And change his accessories. Instead of earrings, we can have him wear a bandana. Yeah, head horns. A wooden crown, a helmet. Lots of things you can change here. But what do you think will work? Halo, an eye patch. We can make him like I guess maybe a young priest of some kind. Now we can also change his poses. Like I said, it's a lot like an actual RPG than a strategy game. See, you can make him look kinda, posing, kinda mean. Something a little more neutral. A bit creepy, I guess. Classy. And, like, yeah. There, he just looks angry. Looks pissed. Oh my god, that is creepy. But okay. This one is a friendly posture. This one just looks bored. He's just trying to be professional. This one's trying to look cute. But okay, let's just try this one. Then we can change the scene around him. But I think that matches a little bit more. Yeah, this... Wait. Swampland right there. There we go, like he's inside a tomb or maybe even a cathedral. An altar. An ice background. Okay, I think this will work. This doesn't look too bad. Forbidding tundra. Oh, looks like he's in the Shire from Lord of the Rings. This one looks like he's in heaven. It's a normal area, I guess. Looks like a background of hell or something. Tropical paradise. Somewhere at night. So many options to choose from. I think I'll go with this. Maybe he's like a monk of some kind and he prefers, a darker place. Now we can change his clothes to something evil looking, like he's an evil theocrat, maybe a bad pope. Or just a plain old pope. Or without the thing altogether. Well, he is pretty young looking, so maybe he doesn't need a cape yet. Now, as for the colors, you've only got about, wait a minute, how many is this? 11 main colors to choose from. So we need to choose one that kind of fits with his theme altogether. So I'm gonna choose blue. And for his, actually the secondary color, you got more to choose from to give your your empire or your kingdom a little more design. I'll choose something yellow. And for more of a, so you can change the symbol, the banners for his kingdom. Let's see, something that kind of fits him. There, a key, just like the Vatican. And we can call him Pope Regulus, or just plain Regulus. And we can just put in a number here, the 7th. Okay, that's for the first leader. See, there's more to choose from, and like I said before, I'm gonna demo each of them. So I'm gonna choose a dwarf necromancer. Now, most of you probably know about Lord of the Rings. I mean, why would you even keep up with my channel if you don't know about basic fantasy races, right? Yeah, so we're gonna go Lord of the Rings style here. So we're gonna choose a dwarf, just like the ones in The Hobbit, Thorin Oakenshield from The Hobbit, and Gimli, son of Gloin from Lord of the Rings. And we're gonna make him a necromancer. The necromancer class, for again people who might not be that familiar with fantasy tropes, necromancers are magicians or wizards that specialize with death, decay, and the dead. So they play a little differently from all the other characters. I'll be highlighting that when I do the actual gameplay demo. But anyway, the necromancer is different because their people are dead. Nothing else to say there. They're dead, so they don't reproduce naturally. The more enemies you kill in battle, the more your population grows, the bigger your empire becomes. But it doesn't grow naturally, as with all the other factions. Now then, so for the dwarf necromancer, I'm gonna give him the fire abilities. And I'm gonna add a little bit of destruction to that to make him even more devastating in the battlefield. Now, time to change him a bit, but I'm not gonna change much. I'm pretty content with how he looks here. So I'm just gonna change the scenery. Make it like Egyptian background. We can change his posture a bit to make him a little better. That's a bit sad looking. And we can change his costume or what he's wearing to suit our needs. This looks a bit better, but his colors and symbol don't suit him. So for him, I'm gonna choose black. And I think we can keep his yellow inner colors, but we're gonna change his symbol. A skull would be more appropriate for necromancer, I guess. And maybe we can change his portrait here too. Forgot to tell about that. We can change their portrait if need be. So, there we go. He looks a bit more sad here, so we'll call him Bony Bones. And so for the next character, we're gonna make an elf druid. Again, if you're familiar with fantasy tropes, high elves are, the uppity people with pointy ears. Now, what I forgot to tell you was dwarves are actually pretty tough. They're good defensive combatants, but elves, they're good at attack, but once they start getting attacked, they pretty much suck. So, yeah, choosing druid for them, it kind of works well because the archdruid controls animals and nature, so they can summon a bunch of animals into battle to fight for them. And the best part is those animals provide them protection. So even though they're pretty weak, I mean, defensively speaking, they're pretty weak, but they're strong everywhere else. But yeah, because of the animals that can help soak up damage for them, they become really tough opponents. Okay, another thing I'll change, I think I'll make it female this time. And I'll give her the benefit of wild magic. Wild magic is pretty random. It's a little like chaos magic from Warhammer, but at least it's less destructive. Okay, so as another ability that I'll choose to give them would be this partisan. This makes them experts in guerrilla warfare, so their troops can become invisible and hard to detect. So there we go. I want to change her a little bit. I want to get rid of this scarring. Doesn't really suit her, don't you agree? We can just give her some face paint, some war paint, to make her look, like she means business. There we go. We can change her hair a bit. Make her a bit more wild seeming, since that's appropriate for an elf. Yeah, give her a witch look. And we can give her weird eyes. There we go. I don't know if giving her a mask will make any difference. Here you go. Long horns does make her look kind of creepy, but I think it suits her. Let's change the scene to something wilder, I guess. There we go. She can come from a winter forest. Could change her posture to something. Yeah, that cute might not be what she needs. There we go. That seems kind of pristine, so she's kind of, I don't know, like a cool witch or something. We can take her cape off and replace it with something else. I think this cape would be better. We'll choose a green color for her. And her secondary color can be black, to be, a little bit more like a witch. And a symbol, there we go, a tree. A black tree would work well. I think we can call her Izoa, the witch. The next character we'll be making will be an orc rogue. again, if you're familiar with uh, fantasy characters, orcs are your basic monsters. They're the bad guys in Lord of the Rings. You know, the big, muscular monster men that's shouting and with all their swords. But yeah, that's them. I will make him a rogue, kind of like a ninja or a thief. You could be a good thief. That's very possible in this game. But yeah, that's the kind of the look that I'm looking for. Now, what else was I going? What kind of specializations going to make him a master of Earth so that he can use Earth magic? I'm also going to give him a bit of hmm. Hold on. Make him the explorer type so that he's better able to scout out new areas. I'm kinda content with how he looks. The hair just needs a different color. I think that should do it, right? Ooh, no need facial hair. This should be good enough hair for him. And that is a good enough pose, I think. Good enough posture. Let's just change the background. I think this will work. I think this will work. Let's just change his clothes a bit. Something more warlike. Yeah, that should be good. And I'll choose purple for this character. And we'll make his inner colors green. That's not a bad combination. And we can use the dagger as a symbol. We can name him Gorol, the Slayer. The next character will be our Goblin Warlord. Again, if you're familiar with fantasy races, goblins are those little critters that usually accompany orcs. And ooh, that's ugly, but I think I'll go with this look. But yeah, they're the ones that accompany the orcs in their battles, and they're usually these pesky little things. But since he's a warlord, he will be a master of war and have a lot of warriors under his beck and call, so he won't be so weak anymore. So okay, what can we choose for him? Okay, I'm going to choose water for him. Water would be a good element for him. It's destructive in its own right, but it also helps him destroy machines, since, you know, water does, you know, this water does wear away machinery, the way they cause things to rust. And an ability I can choose to give him, that I can gift to him, would be Expander. So he'll be, quickly expanding his territories and the like. Okay. Now, what do we do? I'm pretty content with the way he looks. I think I'll choose that. But let's change his scenery. Tropical sunset. Not bad. Maybe this is good enough. We can just change his clothes to something more warlike. Yeah, something like armor would do better. Okay, and I'll pick red as his primary color. And his color with his secondary color can be orange. Okay, let's choose an appropriate symbol for him. Here we go. Burning sword, I think, will work. Okay. You can just call him Wild Eye because of his eye. Wild Eye the Vanquisher. That has a nice ring to it. The next one we'll make is a halfling dreadnought. Halflings are your hobbits from Lord of the Rings. See, the word hobbit is actually copyrighted by J.R.R. Tolkien, the creator of Lord of the Rings, so nobody else can use it. So, what happened was Dungeons and Dragons, or Wizards of the Coast, the people who made the thing, they had to use halfling as a substitute since that word was used in Lord of the Rings but was never copyrighted. So, okay, we're gonna make him a dreadnought, a master of machines and mechanized warfare. They got robots, which they call golems, and they got tanks. They got tanks that fire up front, they got good long range cannons, and they got what they call juggernauts, which are both tanks. They're already tanks, and they're powerful up front, but they also got mortars, which makes them kind of like cannons as well. So, okay. What I'll choose for them is the creation gift, allowing them to heal things. And I'll throw in a bit of water too, I suppose. I'm content with the way the guy looks. I just need to change a couple of things. I want to change his hair color to something. Yeah, red is good. And I want to make him look cool and give him blue eyes. We'll change the scene to something more appropriate to him. Maybe not that. Yeah, this should fit. So he's like a hobbit from the Shire, but he wants war. Here, this fits him well. I can change his outfit also to something much more appropriate. And the colors for him, I think I'll choose are yellow. And we can make the color inside purple. The symbol we'll choose for him, yeah, this gear looks good. I will call him oh, there was a Bilbo and a Frodo, so I'll call him Dobo. Screw loose, since he's using machines. I guess that should be appropriate. Now, let's make another character, shall we? Next, we'll make a Frostling Archmage. The Frostlings, now they're a little different. They're they're more inspired by character, the setting and characters of Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire, some of you may know. So basically, they're like elves and like the halflings, but what makes them different is that they live in the far north, and it's made them a little different. And they're very clannish, they keep to themselves without interfering with anybody else. They're not exactly evil, but they're less helpful, so to speak. But they can still be good guys. So I'm gonna make them an archmage, which means they... Not an archmage, the sorcerer. I keep saying archmage, they already have the archdruid. But the sorcerer, yeah, he's a master of all magic, and they have a specific focus on shock damage. The thing about him, though, is they don't have much in terms of physical warriors, and they rely too heavily on magic. And just to be different, I think I'll make this one female. I'll make this leader female. As for their abilities, I'll choose destruction and give them a bit of air magic. Yeah, that should be good. Now let's customize our character. Okay. Let's make her hair a little different. Okay, this looks good. You can change her eyes a bit too, so that she's a little cooler than most would have her. There we go. And let's change that posture of hers. Oh, let's choose that cute one. That should be better on her. We can also change her clothing. As for this, we'll keep it as white, but I'll change the secondary color to maybe green. Or that's already been used. I think red. Red will do the trick. Change the portrait a bit, and we'll change the symbol inside. A red snowflake. That should make an impression. Elzera the snowflake. There we go. And there you have it. 7 customized leaders, which I will be demonstrating in a future video. So stand by, everyone. I'm gonna show these characters off pretty soon. So stay tuned, and you're going to see more on Natural Juan. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed making it. So see you again next time, guys, in the next episode. Natural Juan.